All right, YouTube friends, welcome back. Today, I'd like to discuss a very common side hustle that you can do from your own home. You don't need anything special aside from an internet connection and some sort of a device, whether it's a computer, tablet, smartphone, whatever you're comfortable using. All right, so what we're talking about is some type of graphic design to put on products. Now, this side hustle can be scaled from beginner who knows zero about anything to expert graphic designer who is very comfortable using the different illustration softwares that are available to you. The great thing is, like I said, you can start off knowing nothing about any of this, and with enough practice and enough use, once you become comfortable with it, you could scale this up to owning your own business, starting your own design business online, creating these graphics or font and text to put on products to sell. All right, so I'm just going to give a brief overview because I know there are a million tutorials out there that break each niche down and each level that you're at, whether you're a beginner or you're a novice. Each level has a different avenue that you can take to look for more information if you so choose. So I just want to give you a brief overview. This is something that I did try. It did work. I'll talk about my experience as I'm going through. So I'm first going to show you the main website that I started with. The website is called Redbubble. Now, if you go on redbubble.com, this is a platform for you to design and sell your design on multiple items. Now, you can choose anything from t-shirts, hoodies, any kind of clothing you can imagine, to handbags and pillows, posters, cards, greeting cards, coasters, shower curtains, bath mats. The list is endless. There's hundreds of products to choose from that you can tailor to whatever your audience is going to be or whatever your customers are looking to buy. I do suggest that you try and trim it all down to a specific niche. What I did notice when I first started this out is that I wasn't sure exactly what niche I wanted, and so I tried a bunch of different ones. I felt completely overwhelmed with all the amount of ideas that were out there that started coming to me. Oh, I could put this on a shirt, and I could put this on a wallet, and I could put this on a shower curtain. And when all was said and done, I looked at my store, my Redbubble store that I created, and it looked like a disheveled yard sale with all of the different ideas. So the point is, you want to try and narrow in on some kind of a niche so that you have returning customers and that you attract the eyes of a specific customer where they'll look through multiple items of yours instead of just randomly finding one. Okay, so I'm going to start off here and show you these are just different t-shirts that I clicked on. We can click on stickers. I just want to give you a run through to see what kinds of things are out here. All right, so some of these stickers you can see are graphics that are created. Some of them are just font. Let's see this sticker. I'm going to choose this design to talk about because I can tell it's very popular. When you open the clothing section or backpacks, stickers, that kind of thing, one of the first items that popped up is this, "Hang on, let me overthink this." Okay? How simple is this little quote? All right? All you need to do is create this quote. This person just went on to an illustration software, or it could even be done in Word as long as it's saved as a GIF or a PNG file. So they thought of a creative saying, and they decided to put this on, they uploaded this onto Redbubble, and they put it on a multitude of products. All right, let's just scroll down and see how many products this thing is available on. All right, this is available on t-shirts, a poster, iPhone case, dog mat, hat, tie, a pet bandana, pet blanket, cat mat. View this design on 98 products. All right, so this person put this on pretty much everything that Redbubble has to offer. And because this comes up with when you initially search for something, It's one of the top sellers. You know that this person made a lot of sales from this little quote here. All right, now if I come down here, this is just going to show me, this is the seller who created that. They've been an active seller on Redbubble since 2008. And they have, sorry I'm late, I didn't want to come. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. Ew, people. I have no idea what I'm doing. Due to unfortunate circumstances, I am awake. Look at this. They have 170 different designs, which look to be all quotes. So this is something that somebody can do that has zero creativity. You're not a drawer, you're not a graphic designer, fine, you don't need to be. Look at this, salty, nerd, boring, vibing. I mean, there's so many that are on here, and this person is a big seller. You can tell by the fact that when you, if I was to put in clothing, I'm just going to give you a quick hint here. I'm going to look at hoodies specifically. Let's look at hoodies. I'm going to scroll down. The shirts that pop up first, or the designs that pop up first when you look for a specific item or a specific product without putting in a search term, that's going to show you the most popular items. So let's look at phone cases, and we're going to look at iPhone cases. All right. So this Dinosaurs in Space, as of right now, is one of the most popular or the most purchased iPhone cases. It's really cute, but like, this is an easy design. All right, if you're comfortable with any of the major illustration softwares that are out there, this type of thing is easy to replicate. Look at this, blue branches. Now this looks like somebody actually may have painted this. If you are a creator, or you're an artist, whether you're drawing or painting, doing digital art, this is the place to post your items for beginners. Look at this, stay positive, as this person's being swallowed by a shark. It's cute. All right, purple lavender. Look, here's the little dog. How cute, these little turtles floating in space. This beautiful photograph of, it looks like an evergreen forest. This looks like maybe some kind of an anime drawing. Oop, I accidentally clicked on that. But as you can see, there are so many different things that you can choose from. There's so many different niches. This is a very popular one here with that beautiful sunflower. And all that you need to do is go to an illustration software, create whatever picture it is, or use whatever use whatever fonts or sayings or statements, anything you can think of that might be interesting to some people. Once you choose that niche, come up with as many ideas as you can, and you can go into those softwares. So I'm just going to give you a quick idea here of what I've done. So for me in particular, I picked a certain niche. I went to Canva. If you follow any of my other videos, you'll see that Canva is the site that I use all the time. I've tried other softwares. Some of them are fairly difficult to learn if you're not used to it. I'm sure over time I could get it, but Canva is very straightforward. It's very self-explanatory. I have a Canva Pro account, so I pay for that every month. It's not a huge cost to me, but it allows me access to so many different graphics. Now, one thing you want to be careful of is if you're using any of these graphics or fonts, you need to first make sure that the licenses are cleared for commercial purposes. You don't want to be sued for copyright infringement. So a lot of these graphics that are here, when you click on them, it'll give you the license information. So if you have Canva Pro, I'm just gonna, let's just say I wanted to look at this heart here. If I hover over it, you see those three little dots? I'm going to click on that, and it's telling me it's free for Canva Pro users, so it's not going to cost me anything. And this little eye here gives me more information. That's going to contain the licensure information. So once I've clicked on that, I can see that the licensing for this particular graphic is that I can use the media safely in Canva Design. I can use this in marketing or social media, or even sell merchandise with my design on it. What I cannot do, I cannot resell, distribute, redistribute, or take credit for the standalone media. I couldn't take just that heart and resell that as a sticker, or resell that as if it were my design. I also can't trademark that design that contains the stock media. So I couldn't say I took that heart and I decided to trademark a hat with that logo on it, or with that design. I couldn't trademark that. That would be also considered violating the terms of that licensure agreement. So in the meantime, I'm definitely welcome to upload this design onto t-shirts, as long as I'm adding something to it or I'm altering it in some way. So if I decided to change the color on it, the shape, if I decided to add font to it, if I combined it with other images, all of those are still, I'm comfortable using those in my designs. All right, so let's see. Let's say I wanted to make a shirt with a flower on it, and I wanted to say something like, choose kindness, okay? I would come onto Canva. I'm going to highlight my page. I like to choose a black background, because if I was to design a shirt for a black t-shirt, and I tend to like the black t-shirts better when you're selling these designs, I want to make sure that I'm choosing a black background, because I don't want to use any black font or black pictures, because they're obviously not going to show up if somebody orders a black t-shirt. Now, if you wanted to write in black writing, you would be choosing a light background, and then you would make sure that when you choose your items for Redbubble, you would choose a lighter product to put that on. All right, so let's see. I'm going to look for a flower, right? We talked about that. So I could go with something super simple. I like the graphics. I'm choosing from the graphics profile. I'm going to find a nice flower combination here. You know, I could use that little happy face, but... So I've come through, and I'm actually going to choose this sunflower. I know sunflowers are really popular. People tend to put them all over different items. Oh, actually, you know what? Look, when I did that, the magic recommendations came up, and I think I like this sunflower better. All right, so I can put my sunflower there, and now I'm going to add some font. So I'm going to come over to text. I can scroll through here and choose some of this fancy font that they've already created. They tried to give you some ideas. I'll look and see if there's something here that I like. I think I want something in a cursive. I think I'm just going to choose my own. So I'm just going to add regular text. All right. And I'm going to say, choose kindness. All right, I'm going to stretch my text box out. I'm going to move it down. It's so easy to move these items around. As you can see, as I'm moving it, those little lines pop up. That's Canva letting me know that I'm in the center of the page. Helps me line my items up so it looks even and well aligned. All right, so I have my text there. I do not like that font. I would like to use something fancy. As you can see, I tend to gravitate towards the cursive because those are my recently used. That one's pretty. All right, so as you can see, I'm going through. I think I'm just going to stay with this one, the choose kindness. Now, there's different things I can do with this font if I'd like, okay? I can stretch it out. I can make sure I'm centered. I can change the effects on it. I could give it a background. I could give it a lift. I can change some color in the background. I'm not sure that I really like that, though, so I'm going to go back to none. And I can curve it if I'd like. So if I wanted to, I could put this above my graphic. I could move my flower to the middle of my design. I could put my words there, and that actually just looks way too curved. So I'm going to fix that. Okay, and then I can choose where that goes. All right, I could get rid of those extra periods that I put in there. I could leave it like that and say I wanted this to be my shirt. Okay, I'm not sure I love this, but I just wanted to give you an idea of how easy this is. I'm going to change the size of the font. I think I want it a little bit bigger. It's very easy to move things around, choose things. There's so many options in here to play with. You also want to make sure that the font is within you're within your legal rights to choose the font that you choose on the products that you're using, if you're going to be using it for commercial purposes by reselling it on Redbubble. And I will tell you, I've already checked on this font in particular, so I'm not worried about it. So you would choose your design, create it, you're going to share, you would download. Okay, I would download the item with a Canva Pro account. All those little crowns that you see, those are items or options that are only available for Canva Pro customers. I like the Canva Pro, and one of the main reasons why I have the Canva Pro is not only that I have access to more elements or to more graphics, but I also have the option here for the transparent background. Now, I know that there are some applications that are out there. Some people won't buy the Canva Pro and they will download the basic edition, and then there are certain websites where you can go and remove the background for free. For me, it's a lot of work. It's not worth that. If I'm making a lot of designs, that's extra money for me, and the amount of money that it costs me every month to have Canva, I feel that my time is worth more money than the $14.99 I think it is that they debit my account. So I like this because then right here, 1, 2, 3, I can click transparent background. Now the reason, and then I would hit download. The reason why I want the transparent background is because as of right now, this is on a black background. If I was to upload this onto say a pink t-shirt, okay? If I wanted to download this on the pink t-shirt, I'm gonna have a big black square, and then the picture will be there. But if I wanted just the item that I've drawn, just the sunflower there with the choose kindness, that I would need to, I could put that on any color background if I'm choosing the transparent background. So I obviously wouldn't put it on a white background because my font is in white, but I could make my font pink or blue or any color that I wanted in order to put it on different color t-shirts. All right, so once you have your item downloaded, you have it created, you have it downloaded, you're happy with your product, what you have, you would come on to Redbubble. You're going to upload it. It's very easy once you set up your Redbubble account to upload an item. You choose upload, you go to your dashboard, you choose upload item. It loads the item for you, determine whether or not it's straight, and then you can click through. Like I said, there's hundreds of items you can choose from, whether it's wall art or, look, we have aprons, bath mats, clocks. So say I wanted to put my choose kindness on an apron, I could do that. So you're going to click on all of the items that you want. I want it on a mug, I want it on a t-shirt, I want it on a purse, I want it on a pillow, I want it on a blanket, and then you choose the price point for each item. Now, you can choose whatever price point you want. Personally, I tend to look at other items that are similar to what I'm selling, and I determine how much the others are selling for, and I might price mine a little above or a little below, depending on whether or not I'm really looking to sell that item. When you're loading it, you will have an option to add hashtags. I want to say it only allows you a certain amount of hashtags. So maybe say it's like 8 to 10 hashtags. I don't remember for sure, but you want to make sure that you're choosing the best hashtag for your item. So my choose kindness shirt, I could put in floral, I could put in sunflower, I could put in kindness, I could put in kind, I could put in motivational shirt, I could put in any type of hashtag that you think of that would best help your customer find your item in the sea of Redbubble products, because I will tell you there are a huge amount of Redbubble products. Now I'm going to do a tutorial later on ways that you can better advertise your items to the public, the way you can get more attention on your store, because as you can see, there are thousands and thousands of products. So to give you for instance, let me see, I'm going to look up, let's put in flower kindness shirt, just to see. All right, so, oh, when I put in that search term, there's only 30 results. So for me, that is probably a hashtag that I would use, a search term that I would use, because my competition is only against 30 other people. And I think the competition level is pretty good. I feel like my shirt is nice compared to some of these others. Not saying anything bad about anybody, but what I'm saying is I feel like mine would have a chance if this is the search term somebody was looking for. As you can see, some of these other people did exactly the same thing. Right here, these are Canva pictures. I'm used to this graphic. Those are Canva graphics. More kindness, less judgment. So they just chose their own saying to put with that graphic. All right? All right, so just a quick rundown. Redbubble itself pays once a month. So for any of the items that you sell, you want to check the margins. So say the t-shirt, typically, let's say the t-shirt is listed for $23 and change. You might receive, say, $5 for that t-shirt, depending on what you set the profit margin at. So if you set the price higher, you want a higher profit margin, you're going to choose a higher price. Look at the difference with these t-shirts here, okay? These are all the same types of t-shirts. This person's listing theirs for $28.73, this one $29.93, this one $26.33. I will tell you that a lot of people think, oh, well, if I price my item lower, I'm going to sell more. And that's actually not always the case. I have heard of a lot of stories where people say if they price a little higher, they tend to get a little more. So that's something to consider as well. Now, with that being said, there are many other sites that you can sell on different types of items like this. So there's Spring, there's TeePublic. There are a multitude that are out there. I've only tried a few. Of the ones that I've tried, I felt that Redbubble was the easiest to upload. There was another site that I used that my stuff was constantly being flagged for copyright infringement, or actually they didn't say it was copyright infringement, they said it was violating their terms of service. And when I went through the terms of service, there was nothing that I posted that was offensive or could have been considered inappropriate. I definitely didn't use anything that was a copyright infringement, so I was constantly messaging their team. I would have to prove to them that I created the item myself, and then they would re-upload my item. But in the meantime, each one of those complaints or each one of those flags took me a good 2 weeks, where my product was now not being shown to the public, or my store was being shut down. So it was too much of a hassle. I was fighting for my items to constantly be shown, and I was making maybe $3 a t-shirt that sold. It's, again, not worth my time. I'm looking for a successful side hustle that I can do. One of the things that I love about this, again, I'll try to wrap this up quickly, is that this is considered a semi-passive income. So you sit down, you create these items, you create these graphics, you upload them once, and then you don't have to worry about it again. Months could pass, and all of a sudden somebody may be in the market for a flower t-shirt that says kindness matters, or choose kindness, and you'll get a little notification. You just made a sale on Redbubble. You just made a sale on Redbubble. It's so much fun when you look, you get a little notification, you open your phone and you see, oh, you've made money. You've made money. And that's from something you put in 10 minutes months ago. Okay, I actually had that happen the other day. There's something I did months ago, and somebody came on and purchased 4 of my shirts. So it was a nice feeling. I hadn't really done anything. It's like finding money in a drawer or something, right? You're cleaning out your closet and you find some money. It's that same kind of feeling. All right, so please, guys, if you like my content, please like, subscribe, share with a friend, check back. I love when people leave comments. You have any questions, comments, please. I appreciate all of that. It helps me in the YouTube algorithm, and I will continue to try out these different side hustles and post them so that hopefully you can have some success with those as well. All right, thanks a lot. Check back and take care. Have a great day.